One, two, love you, divine tarot.
Cancer, black
And
as
you.
Cancer. Happy birthday to Cancer, sexy Cancer. Oh, happy birthday to all of our lovely and handsome and sexy and so intelligent and ready to party no matter what. Kansas, happy birthday is for you and only you. Everything stopped me from trying to get this message to you, Cancer. We gonna have to, Cancer, you know what? The higher realm said, the higher realms is your private dancer at this moment, right here, right now. Because the universe, is really giving you guys verse by verse. You know what I mean? Some of you guys need to know that this is the rehearse, the universe, right? You guys dancing with the universe is what I'm hearing. Now, what I need to tell you guys is happy birthday to you. You look so good to me too. Anywho, Cancers, I need to let you guys know that you guys need to know that you are a beautiful, mass key component to this whole infinite divine plan on this beautiful infinite divine planet Earth. That's right. The higher realm said that word could be no other word, all right, than planet. Now, that's so you guys will know that you are planned, okay? The last two letters of that word, planet, is E-T. And the higher realms want you guys to know that E-T stands for until the end of time, or until the end of Earth's timeline, okay? That's right. It goes a long way. And a lot of you guys have been living the E.T. way all of your life. Some of you guys have been the best E.T. husband or wife. That's what I'm getting. Oh, what do I mean by that? Well, E, executing low vibe energy, and T, vibrating and transmuting it into high vibe energy. Yes, I see it. Something about some knickerbockers. Now, two things were called knickerbockers. It was a thing that they played with and something like the clothes. So some of you guys gave some clothes away, the knickerbockers, and you made a big impact on someone's life. I don't know if you remember it. Some of you guys actually do. And I'm seeing different colors on you of knickerbockers. And those were the ones that was cut at the knees. So I'm seeing you guys help someone because, that was what was in at that time. You guys gave your knickerbockers to someone and you found out, the real meaning of, donation type of thing. You know what I mean? What do you call charity type of thing? You guys learned, I don't know, it was something about that. You guys knew it, but the other person that you gave the knickerbockers to, you gave a bag of clothes, but the knickerbockers was the one that you seen them wear all the time. You're like, wait a minute now. All they wearing is the knickerbockers. But that was on their soul. They wanted to be, and it's kind of weird, I know. So this is for a specific Cancer, and you know who I'm talking to. Because them knickerbockers, they grew on you too. So, and you were ready to give them away because you had so many is what I see. So you guys know the beauty of, charity. And that's a beautiful thing. What I'm hearing also and what I'm seeing is a lot of you guys don't know, it's something about you guys helped the person who hurt their eyes. You know, they almost put their eyes out with those knickerbockers. Some of you guys helped rush them to the hospital or help them, to safety. But I'm seeing a hospital, and that's weird. Like, that person's eye was jacked up. I don't know how they got it. Well, I can imagine how they, but it's so, because, that was a thing back then, those things that go up and down. So, anywho, those who I'm talking to know exactly what I'm talking about. But however, you guys are being commended from the higher realms for these little acts of kindness. Because truth be told, mankind is supposed to be kind. It's not supposed to be everybody left behind. It's supposed to be mankind. It's supposed to be kind, okay? And I hope I didn't stutter, utter, or mutter, or give you some butter in any way, because that's the truth to the root. Now, what I also know for you guys is the higher realms want you to know that you guys are needing to know that life is your soul's mission. It is not a competition, all right? And a lot of you guys deep down know this, but it needs to be said out loud. Life is your soul's mission, Cancer, not a competition. And in a lot of ways, these people, outside, looking in, they're in competition with you guys, all right? Because they're out to win. Right? You got that dressed up garbage can man that you really clearly can't understand. And then you got that $500 hat on that 50-cent head, the one that's trying to actually whisper in your ear, let's go to bed, okay? And then you got that last one, that one with the degrees more than the thermometer, but they always calling you, asking you what to do. And it's crazy because it's throughout everyone's life. You have that. And those are people who are, in hidden competition with you. Some of it is healthy because you guys help them do what they need to do, right? So that competition is because everything has an asset and a liability, even anger. You know what I'm saying? When you hold that anger, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to be an asset or a liability, right? So that is the key. To make it not a liability. You see what I'm saying? And that is what it is. So in other words, you put a D in front of anger, and what do you get? Yeah, exactly. That means you made it a liability, right? Because anger is a ferocious animal that people think that they can feed, but that anger does not go without desperation and need. All right? It is particularly the seventh deadly of sin that really protrudes so much greed. All right? So you can be angry, you be angry, you say, okay, now if you angry and add that D to it, guess what? You'll say, okay, I'm going to get this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Then next thing you know, you do this, you do that. And then next thing you know, you do this, you do that. But guess what that anger say? Okay, now I want them to bleed. Because I have a diehard need. You hurt them physically, you hurt them mentally, you hurt them spiritually, you hurt them emotionally. Now, anger said, I want more. And I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? But however, it's just simple fact. I'm seeing a lot of people, that's living in my major lack, behind bars because of that fact, They made it a liability instead of an asset. You can turn that into an asset because you realize that you're a cut above. You know what I mean? And you can move forward with love. You see? So anywho, I just wanted to give that truth to you guys because the higher realms want you to recognize your mission. A lot of you guys are on this soul mission, and the higher realms have blessed you with a beautiful thing inside you. It's called your intuition. And the higher realms are saying, guess what? If you can trust your intuition, Cancers, you can then begin to see without sight with all your might. All right? People keep wondering how the blind man or woman can get around day or night. All right? Because they trust their intuition. Therefore, they have the ability to see without physical sight. See? The higher realms keep you spiritually tethered from that intuition inside of you. It keeps you spiritually tethered to your spiritual GPS. And the higher realm said that GPS stands for your gods, your guides, or the God pointing you to your next level of step of origin. All right? And the higher realms tell me the step, the acronym for STEP stands for STEP, a solution to every problem. Right? You guys were born with this. So in other words, you guys were born fully loaded. Now, make no mistake, a problem is something that you create. Situations are things that happen. That's why we have to stop for a minute, take a breather, sigh. Am I a part of the solution? If I'm not part of the solution, guess what? I'm the problem. That's a fact. So the higher realms want you to be aware of that. Now, the higher realms said, unfortunately, it's not like the olden days where the higher realms can sit you down and talk to you and be a burning bush. You know what I mean? The higher realms said they kind of messed that up with the fire department and the EMTs and all these first-time responders and the 311. They said they didn't want you to experience that because those people are going to come and try to put the fire out. And then they're going to be talking about the fire going for days. That's God trying to talk to you. That's why it's going for days. The God ain't finished. You know what I mean? For days. Anyway, because I don't want you guys to be confused like this is a religious channel. And trust me, I'm not religious by no means necessary. Why? Because I really embrace the spiritual aspect of it, because we are born of a powerful spirit. We are spirit, and we are one spirit. And the spirit, you all, is just like the word says, spiritual all is for everyone. The spirit has no sex, no age, nor color. All right? The higher realms, it's just interesting. Anywho, so you guys, the bottom line is the higher realms want you to know this. So unfortunately, the higher realms is not speaking to you that way. The higher realms is speaking to you through numbers, signs, and synchronicities. You hear me? That's your birth date, expiration date, and all the little DNA codes in your body. I can't make that up. You know what I mean? And that means that your birthright number, 7-3, is your birthright, okay? That number 7 is you in every way. The higher realm said you guys are directly connected to the 7th dimensional level of heaven, all right? That means you guys find yourself being patient with a lot of things. Some people have accused you of being too patient. Come on, let's go. You've been too patient with them all. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, because you recognize the truth. See, people don't recognize the truth. You know what I mean? People don't recognize when they're being saved even. You remember? So anywho, great job, Kansas, on all that you do. I can't make it up, okay? So that number 7, when the higher realms are speaking to you through your birthright number 7, the higher realms are saying also that you will overcome these obstacles and you will realize success in your life. So expect nothing less than the best from your lifetime here. The higher realms ain't playing with you guys, but it's one thing the higher realms want you to recognize, that the Sabbath day came from that 7. So the higher realms is saying for you to know that Sabbath day means rest. You guys must get your rest so you can be at your best. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, your body is asleep when you're asleep. However, your soul is not. So your spirit is not, okay? So therefore, you must get your rest so you can be at your best. You got a lot of people that, woke up more tired than they went to sleep because they haven't found that balance as of yet, okay? And the higher realm said they don't want you to be that way, all right? So make sure you get your proper rest, because even the higher realms rest on your beautiful Sabbath day. So you guys must get your rest. Now that number 3 is so powerful because it says that you guys are born with this level of master manifestory. I can't make it up. You guys, that number 3 says you are a master manifester. You guys are heavily connected to that Trinity energy, that mind, body, and spirit energy, that inspiration and manifestation and creation energy of the Trinity. I can't make it up. Some people say Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Some people say Mother, Father, Son. It don't matter because you are that masterful one. All right? I can't make this stuff up. This is real talk. You hear me? Real spiritual depth talk. This is your birthright number 3. That means you guys have manifested yourself, unbeknownst to you, to be at 3 places at one time. A lot of you guys find yourself at the right place at the right time with the right stuff. That is your story. Now, if someone else write their life story, they would have holes in it. They wouldn't even be that close. They'll be like, well, they shut the door and I just missed it. Well, they told me to come back next year. Well, I tried to get in. Matter of fact, I'm going to shut this down because Cancer, you know, in your lifetime, somebody came to you and said, oh, where you get this from? And you told them exactly where you got it from, what time to get there, who to talk to. And they come back to you and say, nah, they wasn't there. They wasn't even open. Actually, they said they're not coming back. They moved the place. And you looking at them like, what kind of story they got? I know I sent them to the right place. And you have to question them. Did you go here? And they like, yes. Cancer, that is because it is not their birthright. All right? So therefore, they do not have the right. You feel me? Okay. Now, let's move on in every way. So that's 7 plus 3. Equals the number 10. So that means you guys are here for a physical end in this lifetime. A lot of you guys are physically ending cycles in this lifetime. Let's wrap it up. So that makes sense what I see in your read now. But let me tell you also about your birthright number 10 because there are 2 profound numbers there, which is 1 and 0. Now, what you need to know is that number 1 was never meant to be a number in ancient times. Oh, no. The number 1, as sure as you see 2 dots, 1 line is the distance between 2 dots. You know, the distance between 2 dots is 1 straight line. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You guys, as sure as you know that number 1 was never meant to be a number. Why? Because numbers are meant to be plural. That number 1 represents God, the Alpha, the beginning. A lot of you guys have that God-like conscious energy. I can't make it up. We are one, and you guys are alpha males and alpha females, okay? So it could be a disadvantage in some type of way, right? And the only disadvantage to that is that people can live and die and never, ever equate the usage of their alpha brain state. And you guys are whole alpha males and alpha females. So that means it's hard for you guys to find a mate, someone to match your profound energy in which your body and your mind and your spirit equates, right? So I need to share that with you guys in every way. Now, what I also need to tell you guys is that number 0, you know that 0 is also mean omega. So the higher realms got your back from the beginning to the end. That is your birthright number 10. That says the beginning and the end. Why? Because the circle represents, guess what? The omega, the end. Okay? God, the omega, the end. So your birthright says God from the beginning till the end. I can't make it up. Profound. So when the higher realms are speaking to you through your number 10 birthright, the higher realms are saying, yeah, you better move forward with confidence because you have it within from beginning till the end. I can't make this stuff up. Beautiful birthright numbers. I needed to share that with you guys. Now, what you guys need to recognize is it's official. You guys already know without a shadow of a doubt that This is a karmic relationship. It's going to shock the person that you're going to serve them their walking papers on today, or very soon in every way, because you guys have uplifted. You guys are very uplifted and big from the door. Okay. Now, what I see is, you're going to give this person a message, and it's going to be very concerning to you, because you guys are not only just your birthright. The higher realms are showing me that you guys are part of the 144 crew, so you have specific design thing to do here. All right, and you're highly protected to do it. Okay, so you guys are friend zoning this person. You're looking at them sideways because they have to go in the friend zone. You don't care about no new baby, none of that. All right, you put your prayers in for a new beginning and to be stable, and that's what you shall receive. You guys will persevere is what I see, as long as you do not get distracted. It's not a game here. Okay, you guys are very financially, satisfied and balanced here. But I see this new baby coming in, and you guys are very prayerful. A lot of you guys are prayer warriors. Those who say they don't pray, it's okay, because guess what? You'll live in prayer. It's like the higher realm said. I was right there when Angie and so-and-so said, I want Bertha to have a baby. Her and Thomasine. I want Thomasine and Bertha to have a baby. I want them to have 2 boys. I want them to have 2 girls. Oh, believe me, let us pray. You know what I'm saying? You guys need to know you are living prayers. And every time you help somebody, you are a prayer. So it don't matter if you say you don't pray. It's okay, because you are a living prayer. I can't make that stuff up. So you guys recognize, like I said, that this person is bad news. They're not a soulmate, and they're not even your twin flame. So you guys are making moves. You guys are very interested in keeping your temple clean at this time. You're very, innocent like is what I see here. Some of you guys may be even celibate and clear with that. And this is going to shock, this person who's trying to bring you guys an official karmic relationship. All right? So this is going to trigger them when you speak your truth. Okay? I do see that moving. Okay, so that's coming up for you guys, because you guys are commended to follow your heart. Okay? And you're recommended to follow your heart by the higher realms. And the higher realms is saying, that's what it is. Okay? You guys following your heart. Period. And that's all you need to do to move forward, okay? This person is not going to like that in any way, but you guys don't like that anxiousness, feeling anxious and all the above. Shout out to those who have a 22-year-old child. Shout out to those who are double praying. Shout out to those who are, you guys... See, you guys are officially stable looking at a karmic relationship. How are you going to be officially stable and have someone just eating everything off your table? Anyway, I'm going to leave that alone. So the bottom line is this. I see you guys. Shout out to those who are, have a family member that's 36, and shout out to those who are 36, 22, 21. Shout out to those who are 32. These people are in your energy at this time, okay? Shout out to the 2-year-old. Shout out to those who are 2 months pregnant. Shout out to those who are... have a 14-year-old at this time, and shout out to those who have the 23-year-old right now. I can't make this up. Yeah, they're going to be all right, that 23-year-old, okay? In every way, because they have you on their side. So don't be very anxious to date Cancers, okay? Yeah, the higher realms wants you to know that you are safe, okay, at this time. Now, let me see. I want to get one message for you guys before you go, because I'm going to leave it as so. I don't want to do too much timing, because I have to do it this way, because they've been messing with my audio. What I noticed is someone said that they are harming the truth tellers channels, and I see a lot of whatever on my channel, but I need to share you guys that let me see. Oh yeah, so you guys are realists. Bottom line is what I see is some of you guys recognize that this has to die in order for you to live. This relationship has to die for you to live. And all the acronym for death is, I'm going to tell you guys, is DEATH. It's a person who did everything appointed to him or her in this lifetime. And that's what you guys are commended to do. Okay? I can't make it up. So that's what I'm getting for you guys, bottom line. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys, okay? I want to, say something about I just don't want to say it right now, okay, you guys? I love you, Cancers. This is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, parlay, peace be unto you and within. The reason I don't want to say it is because it has something to do with a physical end. So remember this, okay? Death is not the end. It is simply DEATH. It is a person who did everything appointed to him or her in this lifetime. All right? And some things, situation, places, or things have to die in order for us to live. That is that. I love you guys. And please, this is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, parlay, peace be unto you and within. And you guys, share my channel so others can really know that they know, because it's very valid that you guys know your numbers, signs, and synchronicities as your birthright here. All right, 1.